Let's take a tour of the Affinity web panel for Mailman 3. The browser window will be zoomed in slightly for better visibility. The home page for the domain or subdomain hosting your lists will display all your public mailing lists. You can click on an individual list to load its info page. These individual list pages work for both public and private lists, and links will be provided when your list is first set up. In the membership area below is a form to subscribe to the list, and list admins can log in by clicking the portrait in the top right corner. After logging in, list admins will see a link for the list owner board near the top of the page. This admin page also has its own URL for each list. On this page are sections for list member management, handling tasks in the moderation queue, and charts of some basic list metrics. There are tools under List Member Management to add individual members and also bulk add groups of members. When adding a new member, you select their role, member, non-member, moderator, list owner, and provide a display name and email address. You can also shorten the member confirmation and verification process by checking some or all of the boxes above, but for now, let's leave those unchecked. For verification purposes, new members need to confirm their email address by responding to a message from the list server. Sometimes these messages are lost or accidentally deleted, leaving their pending subscriptions stuck. This can be fixed through the moderation queue. Click Confirmation to see pending confirmation requests, and clicking the vertical dots give the option to discard the request or ban the email address. Once the confirmation is discarded, the list admin can retry adding them to the list. Next to confirmation is approval. Lists can be set up to require moderator approval of new members, and those pending requests will display here. Like the confirmation menu, clicking the vertical dots will show the available actions. Messages that are held for moderation can be addressed to the messages area of the moderation queue. There are options to accept the message, reject the message with a notice to the sender, discard the message with no notice, or view the message details. Under View Message, you can see the HTML and text contents of the message as well as the full message headers. There are also the same accept, reject, and discard actions, or you can cancel to leave the message in the moderation queue. By viewing the message headers, you can see further details about the message's origins to better inform your moderation decisions. For importing a large number of list members, Affinity has a bulk add members tool. You can copy and paste a list of members or import a text file. Supported formats for list member names and email addresses are shown on the right side of the window. Let's look at the list member management area using the member we added previously. By checking all the boxes, the member is immediately subscribed to the list. Here you can see whether the user is registered with their own optional web login for Affinity, whether delivery is currently enabled or disabled, how messages are delivered, and individual moderation settings. Delivery mode options are regular, each message sent individually, or various digest options which send messages in groups to reduce message traffic. With moderation action, you can change the default moderation behavior for individual members. List default is just that, use the list-wide moderation setting. Other options are holding all member messages for moderation, rejecting or discarding all member messages, accepting the message without further checking or review, or default processing, which performs some internal checks of the message before accepting it. List default will usually be either default processing or hold for moderation, so for most list members this can usually be left as is. The vertical dots on the right display some additional actions you can take for this member. You can unsubscribe or ban them from the list, toggle whether delivery is enabled or disabled, or promote them to moderator or list owner. You can also see what other lists they're subscribed to and view some preferences. Going back to the top of the admin page, there are links for list settings, customizing templates, and the list archives. Details of those are outside the scope of this video, but they are worth noting for future reference. Near the top left of the admin page are some basic list metrics. These stats are shown for a rolling 2-week window and will show a count of list messages sent and bounces received, how many members have subscribed or unsubscribed, and a total count of list members. Clicking the individual metric numbers below will bring up that stat on the chart. Finally, by clicking the portrait in the top right corner, you have the option to reset your web portal password or sign out. This concludes our tour of the Affinity web panel for Mailman 3. For more information, you can browse our online knowledge base or contact support.